own suit, yeah. I'm getting stronger, step by step. Clock is ticking, but there's no time for weakness. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky.
Incredible totals, often up in the 140s and higher. There's only a few years ago that the winning team, scored 163 points.
That's right. Yeah, I will never forget that. And it's part of what makes this game so fun. I mean, we don't come to the All-Star Week looking for great defense. We want to see these young fellas get out and run.
Now here is Hachimura after the miss from Trae Young. And they pick up 2.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Bridges finds Young. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Here's Hachimura following the basket by Trae Young. And the shot is good.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Now here's Jackson. Wants to get it to Morant and does. And that one is good.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
And I'm not sure if anyone will make some history here tonight, but the Rising Stars Challenge has seen its share of miraculous performances in the past. I'll always remember David Lee going a perfect 14 of 14 from the floor in that 2007 game.
And you hate to have a player foul out, but their depth could be an asset here, helping them weather his absence.
Young with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And stolen by Sexton. And now here comes Young leading the break. And Sexton slams it in.
Such an instinctual player. Young often sees the opportunity before anyone else.
And Doncic, here we go. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Sexton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hachimura. Shoots over Washington. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Right, there's the horn. It's a close game at the end of 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And we're glad to have you along as we resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
They've got Zion Williamson. P.J. Washington is out there with Sexton. Then there's John Morant. And it's Young in at the point guard position. And for Team World, Clark is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Barrett, and it's Gilgeous Alexander in at the 2-guard spot.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Sion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
And for USA, Young is out there with Morant. Then it's Zion Williamson. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Sexton in at the small forward spot. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Week. And I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
All free throws good from Doncic.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party and celebrate in its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
The offensive rebound. Here's Gilgeous Alexander. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And that is a big loss for this team. This game's still in the balance, and he's someone they always want in there at crunch time.
Luke's checked in for Team World. You brought the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Sexton kicks to Young. No good from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
And, this game has had a lot of different looks to it over the years. I mean, it began as the Rookie Challenge back in '94, and since then we've seen the format change a number of times.
Trying to get open is Hechimura. And Barrett with the basket on the assist by Doncic.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
.46 seconds left in the first half. The pass to Graham. Back to Young. Lets the three fly. And he's good on the three ball. Young's got 5 now.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for USA. They trail by 1. Pass to Sexton. The kick out to Young. Graham gets a wide open look. They get it back. Williamson. The open look here for Sexton. And it's off from three-point range. Now, here's Clark. And he uses the glass on the layup. Clark's got the lead up to 3 now for Team World.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Team World leads by just 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Taking a look at Team World, Kenny, give us your tip.
I like what they've done on the glass. Boxing out, reacting quickly, playing with an aggressive attitude. They set a physical tone but now everyone gets a chance to recalibrate. We'll see if this rebounding dominance can extend into the second half.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Pretty simple. They took care of the ball. They made smart passes and limited turnovers. I'm sure they talked about it coming into the game. We'll see if they can keep it tight in the second half, though.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Everyone get loud and put your hands together.
Welcome back to this showcase of the amazing young talent in the NBA, the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it's not hard to tell just how much fun these young guys are having out there tonight.
That's exactly right. And the same goes for the fans. I mean, they're having a blast, too. What a terrific event this has been.
You're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
So, Team World's 5 right now. We've got Doncic, Hachimura out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Barrett, and it's Mikhailuk in a shooting guard. Now here's Graham. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Pass to Barrett. Now here is Hachimura. Plays it up and banks it in. Hachimura's got 6.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the dance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And it's Williamson missing.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here's Clark. Sinks that one from the post. 6 points for him.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Now, Hachimura. After Colin Sexton's three-pointer that didn't go. Clock is at 3. Over Williamson. Again, Team World good for 2.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Now here's Graham. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. No good again that time. Team World leading by 11. Here's Hachimura. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
So timeout called here, the first for USA.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And USA with some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Sexton. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Devontae Green. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Team World. Now here's Williamson. It's Young on the wing. Fires from 14. It's rebounded by Doncic.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Washington, connects on the 9-footer.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Team World.
5 seconds left in the third. Doncic, no good. And so it's Team World, 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Welcome back as we get a glimpse of the future here at the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it has been a fantastic game up to this point.
It certainly has. I mean, we know these young fellas can play, and they are putting on a show.
We've got Washington. Colin Sexton is out there with Young. Then there's Jaren Jackson. And it's Williamson in at the 3 spot. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And you can just sense his determination, trying to do everything he can to keep this game within reach.
Doncic lays it up off the glass.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
A nice shot by Young.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Brooks gets it on the assist by Doncic. And Team World leads by 13.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Young against Doncic. And the basket by Jackson.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
Doncic dishes to Brooks. Over Sexton. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the way.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Now, here is Young. Feeds it to Jackson. Young trying to break free. Jackson, that's good. 6 points for Jaren Jackson.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Barrett inside the 3-point line. That shot off. So USA will take it the other way. Williamson with it. He's picked up by Doncic.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Passes it to Washington. Some solid defense from Clark. Doncic feeling it out. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Young after Luka Doncic's bucket. Here's Jackson. And the rejection by Clark. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
Substitution on the court.
Young for 3. Here's Washington. Outside for Sexton. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tries it again. Doncic with the block.
Yeah, the defense of Doncic looking a lot better. I mean, when he works hard at that end of the floor, he can get up and block some shots, too. Not a lot of them, but he can block a few.
So no problem for Team World as they get the win.
End of the game.
I can't say enough about how well all these young men
everyone for coming
here
out and
tonight. A
supporting
great
your
show
team.
for the
Please
fans
get
and a
home
clear
safely.
picture of just how many talented up-and-comers we have here in the NBA.
Greg, no doubt there are some future greats among the players we saw here tonight, and we're pleased to have brought you all the action. So now for Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying good night, everyone.